What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 32.
Good job.
Episode 32. Underrated movies, more like Groovy. I'm your host, Joey Bowser. With me is Skylar Eckenrod.
You do know movies and Groovy does not run.
It's close enough for me.
He's our title. He doesn't even know how to rhyme words.
I see you giving any suggestions.
Groovies, movies, more like groovies.
Yeah.
There you go. See?
We're like groovies.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
And Zach Clark.
That's mine. How's it going? I say that every time, and you just stole it.
What's going on?
Well, how's it going? Fuck, Skylar. We're off to a bad
You
start.
should
Let's
also
just close it up.
extend the YouTube video so we can see if anybody comments, since we got 3 listeners,
That's right.
viewers who are just
So we're off to an awful start. So let's try to kick this into high gear. How's everybody doing today?
Good. Red Dead comes out tomorrow.
fuck yeah, it does.
Halloween's this weekend.
Halloween's this weekend.
And next.
And
It's on a
next.
Wednesday, so you can do it both times.
I am.
Cool.
That's true.
Yeah.
Are we dressing up next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you got? Do you guys know what you're dressing up as yet?
No.
I know. I know what I'm dressing
I'm
up
prepared.
as.
Yeah, we
What if we all dress up as the same thing?
that'd be fucking nuts. People would think we planned it.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Do you guys have any ideas of what you might dress up as?
I know what I'm dressing up.
Oh,
as.
you know.
Oh,
Are
I
we
got-
dropping it
I
or
got-
are we just surprised?
I'm
No,
waiting.
surprise. I have
The
tons of ideas.
We have to
Sue
take a
has so many
picture.
ideas for me.
Yeah. We have to take a picture and put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got to get ready for that Halloween party you're hosting. Remember that you said about like 6
Yeah.
months ago?
I forgot about that. That's
We were
supposed to
gonna
be
have a back-enders.
Saturday.
We were going to have a backenders Halloween party.
Sue, can you throw a party together in 2 days?
No, because you're too busy on Saturday getting stupid fucking pictures taken. Thanks,
Whoa.
Sue.
Well, things got violent, everybody.
I'm losing both my cap. Joey has a legitimate excuse. He's working. For anybody that doesn't know, we have a turkey bowl practice this Saturday, and neither of my captains here are going to be with me on the battlefield because Skylar thinks getting married is like important or something.
It's like, I don't know what you want from
My
me.
hands are tied.
Literally. Glad I'm not you. Anyway,
I'm just kidding. Things are getting violent, guys.
I'm
What?
just joking.
We're on a weird note today. This episode's starting with a weird vibe.
I love it.
I'm just trying to take over. I'm trying to do your job, Joey.
You do my job if you want it.
There's
You-
nothing. Joey has no problem giving away work.
You can start naming the episodes. That's fine by me.
They might rhyme.
They might actually rhyme.
It's not a requirement that they
I think-
rhyme, but
I
it's
think-
funny that you try to
I
rhyme.
think movie and groovy are pretty close.
But movies and groovy
Okay.
isn't.
Then take out the S. I apologize.
Underrated movie. More like groovy.
We can't edit the
But
title.
that's
though.
only
Okay,
one
you're right.
movie.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like I said, it's a hard
And we're
job.
going to be
guys.
talking about a lot of movies today.
Speaking of that,
I thought Skylar was going to say something.
I was kind of like leaning in, waiting for it.
he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Zach, what is your topic?"
This is something I've been wanting
I
to talk
wonder.
about.
I wonder. Is it about getting groovy?
Groovy, baby. Isn't that Austin Powers?
That is awesome.
You looked at me real
That's
dumb.
not an underrated movie.
That hurt. I know.
It
I
could
just-
be considered an underrated movie.
Overrated.
That I'll agree with.
Anyway, I was thinking about it. This is a topic I've wanted to do for a while now. And it was talk about movies that we really enjoy that kind of got bad reviews.
Nobody else enjoys.
That basically no one else enjoyed, yes. So kind of underrated movies. If you guys kind of get what I'm going for here.
I came up with mine on a little different criteria.
Let's hear it.
Oh, nice. Breaking the rules already.
Yeah, well, I couldn't really think of that many that I enjoyed that other people didn't.
I agree. That part was harder than I expected.
So
I have 3 bangers for you.
So I went with movies that I think are really good that don't get the recognition they deserve, which is kind of the same thing.
That is
So
underrated.
Bat lead off
Underrated.
for us, Zach.
So
Let
the
me
first
Bang
movie,
out a banger.
the first movie sits currently at an 11% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's
Whoa.
pretty good.
This
Let me
is
guess.
good.
Cocktail with Tom Cruise.
Bet you that's higher than 11%.
How
got
did you
25%.
know?
It's on your list.
No.
Cocktail's
this
a good
is-
movie. It should
This is
be.
a movie with Thor. I mean, the actor named Thor. Wonder if you could get it.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yes. Do you have any? Do you guys have
Red
any
Dawn.
guesses? Yes.
The remake of
Good
Red
movie.
Dawn.
I love it. The remake of Red Dawn. The original Red Dawn I've actually never seen, but I hear it's really good.
Also really good.
Yes.
Yeah, I have never seen it.
Patrick Swayze.
Is he in it?
R.I.P. Bless up.
I don't think Patrick Swayze's dead.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze's dead.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
like 100%.
All right.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
no.
he's a ghost in one movie, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
No, so I went to see this in theaters and like I said, I'd never seen the original. I didn't know anything about the plot other than it was going to be an action movie. And then it's just awesome. I think it was a movie that kind of put me into that, like, what would I do in that situation? Which I enjoyed.
Kill all the red people.
Well, yeah.
Red Dawn's awesome. The remake's really
Yeah.
good. The only weird thing the remake does over the original is that it's not China. It's like
It's Korea.
It's Korea. Which
Yeah.
is weird.
I thought the original was Russia.
Or it's something like
It's the
that.
Soviets because
Yeah.
it's Red Dawn.
Yeah. So that part was really weird, but it's a really good movie.
No,
I enjoy it.
So you guys actually enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Because I remember I
Yeah.
was like so pumped and I'm like, this movie's great. I'm going to tell everybody they should go see this. And I look it up. I'm like 11%
Rotten Tomatoes doesn't like remakes.
They have a big problem. What the fuck? This is the third time Kevin's called me, so I got to pick up. Kevin, I'm in the middle of the podcast.
I'm dying.
I'm done.
Bye.
Don't care. Busy.
It was literally he didn't even want anything, motherfucker. Sorry about that. But yeah, so that was my first one. I expected a little bit more pushback on that movie.
I
Actually,
like Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Josh Peck.
See, I love Josh Peck. Part
Really,
of
his
my love
thumbs
for
freak
Red
me
Dawn.
out. Have you ever
His
seen he has
thumbs
weird
freak
thumbs?
me out.
Thumbs.
That's a
I
weird
don't
one.
judge my actors based on their thumbs.
He's got like all of his fingers, but he's got like those Megan
I'm
Fox
not-
things going on.
I'm not even sure if I could give you an accurate description of a single person's thumbs. Like,
like the
I
ones
can't
that-
see
it's the
Skylar's
ones
right
that look
now,
like
and I don't think I
toes.
could tell.
It's the ones that look like toes, and it freaks me out. I don't like it.
All right, fair enough.
I don't like the little bitch guy in the movie. The one that is in
Tobey
the,
Maguire.
No. Him too. No, the one that's in the movie with J Law.
Oh,
The movie with yeah, Pete
no,
Davidson.
the guy that's from Hunger Games,
Yeah, that
Josh Hudson.
Yeah.
Hutcherson.
one.
Hutcher.
Yeah, I don't really care for him.
He's always kind of bitchy.
Yeah,
Fun fact: he was almost Peter Parker instead of Andrew
I thought you were
Garfield.
gonna say Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. He could work for Peter Pan.
He could. But yeah, that was my first one. Start off with a good one.
I just throw it out there because everybody says it's really bad, but I love it.
Yeah.
Batman v Superman.
I liked
Nah,
it.
I didn't like it.
I
Whoa,
like-
what did you not like about it? What was wrong with it?
I don't like Ben Affleck.
he's a great Batman.
Great Batman.
No,
Great
I
Batman.
just didn't enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
The one thing, and Joey and I disagree about this, but I didn't like.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, I didn't like Jesse.
Oh yeah, I don't like
Eisenberg
Jesse Eisenberg.
as he just played it like a
Lex.
weird Joker kind of way,
Yep.
and I didn't like that. I always think of Lex Luthor as more like cool and collected
Well,
and very
Lex-
smart.
Lex Luthor got fucked because of Michael Rosenbaum.
What do you mean?
Michael Rosenbaum is Lex Luthor in Smallville.
Yeah,
He was too fucking good.
he was amazing.
Too fucking
Yeah,
See, no, it had nothing to do with it, Joe, because I've never seen Smallville, and that has nothing to do with it. Jesse Eisenberg just played it terribly.
well, I've watched all of Smallville, and that when I think of Lex Luthor, I think of
Michael
Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
But yeah,
no,
Batman v Superman. I like that movie a whole lot.
I think there's a lot of lead up. I think they could have the fights didn't last as long as I kind of wanted it to.
I mean, I definitely think they made mistakes with it. I just don't think it was as bad as everybody gave it.
no, I don't either.
It was pretty bad.
Did you like that or Justice League more?
I think I like that more than Justice League,
I did.
but I really like Henry Cavill as Superman,
Mhm.
and he's in Superman v Batman a lot more.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that more.
Another one that I think is kind of
All right, Cyclops.
sorry, it's just the opposite. It's kind of overrated, but I want to bring it up anyway.
Yeah,
Suicide Squad.
you didn't like it. I wasn't a huge fan.
I saw it twice in theaters.
So you liked it.
I think Suicide Squad is a really good movie for 75% of a movie. And then that final 25% makes it not a good movie.
The whole thing with them going into the town was just terrible.
Oh, at the beginning. See, I don't mind that stuff. For me, it's all about the bad guy at the end that I think it takes a
It's
bad.
terrible.
Like, if
I
they
didn't
just
give a-
don't
No, that's what I'm saying. Like when
Oh.
they go into the town, it's all stupid.
Well, for me, it's just focused around the magic lady and how they don't give her any like build in or give her a character or anything like that.
she's just a bad.
She's
lady.
literally just a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like it's a bad misstep from like old Marvel movies where you're just like, make a bad guy do things.
No, I would agree. Harley Quinn was so good though.
Yeah.
I really liked Harley.
Yeah,
Quinn.
but even that, they completely bombed the Joker, I think. He wasn't like any part of the movie at all, really.
I know. I don't know why he wasn't a bigger part of the movie.
The way they had him in it, they might as well even had him in it.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think he was supposed to be in it, and then they liked Leto so much they're like, well, we got to put some scenes in. with
When
him.
he was
That's
in,
stupid.
When he was in, I thought he was good,
Yeah.
but they didn't give him any time.
Yeah, if they do the Birds of Prey with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, and then he's in that more, I'll be excited for that.
I just want to watch Margot Robbie run around in that outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll watch Margot Robbie. Do
Skylar,
it.
what about a movie though that you did like?
I Googled most underrated movies and got on IMDb because I was curious just to see what they had.
Yeah, just curiosity.
I didn't know many of them, which I guess would make
That
them
would make
underrated.
underrated.
But the one that was on there that I was surprised was actually District 9.
District 9.
Oh.
I thought District 9 was probably more loved, or else I would have included.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. And it
Yeah.
even had good ratings
Yeah, so maybe it's
on
just
IMDb, so it didn't make any sense to me.
Wonder if
Yeah.
it was one of those movies that kind of came out at a bad time with a lot
I
of
mean,
other big movies.
I
coming
definitely
out.
think like that. I don't think District 9 is probably talked about as much as it probably does deserve because it's fucking amazing movie.
it's such a good movie. I remember.
I was watching it one day when it was a Saturday and Jocelyn was taking a nap and Sue actually sat down and started watching it and she like got really into it. It was asking me questions about it and everything. And then her son came down and he really got into it. And I'm like, nice. Nobody ever watches this movie, I feel.
I fucking loved it. Now I will say about it being underrated. They were supposed to make a sequel that never happened. So
District
that
10.
kind of proves the point. Maybe it was underrated. They didn't make enough money to make a sequel, which is a shame because that movie's fucking
I
fantastic.
feel like it probably cost them a lot of money to make that.
I don't think so.
There's a bunch of aliens and ships
I
and
know.
explosions.
But he doesn't really like. It's not like he was paying them actors a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
That
but
one guy's kind of big, but even he's just kind of.
I can't even remember the
Neither do
main
I.
character. I don't even know who it was.
He's that funny guy who was in the A Team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was in Elysium. He
Which
kind
is-
of played the same role in
same
Elysium.
same director, same writer.
Not
One of
a
my
good movie.
underrated movies.
Also, it was on my list as
Elysium.
well.
Elysium.
With Matt Damon.
Damon.
Well, I've
Fucking
only
great
seen
movie.
parts of Elysium.
Really good.
Is it?
Solid.
Yeah. For some reason, I like walked in like on my dad watching it one time. Watched like 20 minutes in the middle.
The way that like story could have gone was just like
I walked in on my dad.
I walked in on my dad watching it. Not the way I would have worded that.
I
But
gotta look
I'm
up
bad
the
with
names
wording
now.
things. I think you should know that by now. Elysium. Yeah, District 9. Though, I just remember the first time I watched it, I had never even heard about it. And then one of my friends just had it on DVD. And we were just like hanging out the one night. He's like, why don't we put it in? And we wow, why don't we put it in? Why don't we watch it? And I tried out. I'm like, this movie is fucking awesome. Why did I not even hear about this in theaters?
It's District 9's awesome. He did
I
District.
want to watch it.
I wanted to think. I was trying to figure out the other movie that director and him did. It's Chappie. Do you ever see Chappie?
no, I did not see Chappie.
I didn't see Chappie. How was
Also
that?
underrated movie. Chappie's fucking awesome.
I kind of got the District 9 feel
Yeah.
from Chappie.
It has that same feeling, and then the weird guy plays Chappie, so it's fucking great. Sharto Copley is like his name. He's got a weird fucking name.
okay.
He was
Yeah.
also in Hardcore Henry, which is another underrated movie.
Never saw it.
It's an action movie completely filmed from the first person.
Yeah, I remember the movie. I just never saw it. I didn't get into the whole first person thing.
I'm not big on the first person thing, but that movie's pretty good. All right, Zach, give us another one.
This is like my favorite movie of all time. Again, it doesn't have great reviews, but I love movies like this. The Day After Tomorrow
Good movie.
with Dennis Quaid,
Dennis
Jake
Quaid,
Gyllenhaal,
yeah.
The girl from
Emmy
Shameless.
Rossum.
Yes, I think it has a great cast. I like the story a lot. Yeah, it's a little unbelievable. Sure.
Really?
What do you mean? What are you saying?
Look at all the fucking hurricanes we got going on.
Yep.
I mean, that's what I always loved about that movie is because you think it's so unrealistic, and yeah, it's exaggerated,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it's like, hey, this is happening a lot sooner than people
Yeah.
thought it would.
Like it's a movie that's to the extreme, but not quite as to the extreme as when you really
Yeah,
think about
exactly. And like it's one of those movies where you watch it and you think that would never happen, and then it's happening, and you're like, that would still never happen, and you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
it's happening.
Like, oh, this movie's like a 20, but real life's like a 6. But then you're like, real life's more like a 12, and we're getting a little too close for my comfort. Also, Dennis Quaid's awesome.
Dennis Quaid is awesome. I like Jake Gyllenhaal in it as well. But yeah, I the first time I watched that too, I'm like, holy shit, this movie's awesome. The one thing I think it could have done better was I almost wish they would have gone more into the like scientific aspect of what was going on around. But they did do a good job of that compared to like other movies that are
I'm
similar.
not a fan of most like the world's ending disaster films. But
See,
that's
probably my favorite genre
That's
of movies.
interesting.
Yeah,
I
don't
like
know why.
What's the one with The Rock?
I was just thinking about it. I don't like
San
it as much.
Andreas.
Yeah.
San Andreas. That's it. That's the one I was
Not
thinking.
that good.
That
It's
one's
not
not
as good
very
as The Day After Tomorrow. And I think part of it was they didn't really talk about what was going on.
It was more like a focused.
What
Yeah.
about the one that came out similar around the similar time as The Day After Tomorrow, 2012?
With John Cusack.
I hated that movie.
Did not think that was good either.
No.
Saw that one in the theater.
I think the mistake they made, and it's the same argument I have against the original Purge, is they have such a cool concept, and then they go ahead.
The Purge was just an interesting throw, and I got that's all.
Listen.
I get it.
Yeah.
I wanted
They
to
have
listen.
such
I
a
didn't mean to
cool
interrupt you.
concept for a movie, and then they deep dive they're so focused on one story throughout the thing that I think they miss an opportunity by not like showing you what's going on around the world. Now the Purge has gotten better because they've expanded their
Okay.
universe and everything.
I get now. I see where you were going, but
Yeah.
when you're talking about, and then you're like The Purge, I'm like, I got thrown
No,
back
but
for a
it
second.
was the same thing where I was like, when
Yeah.
I was watching the Purge in the beginning
makes
of the
sense.
Purge and they're explaining this whole concept, I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Like, I want more information about what's going on, the ramifications of this. And it's the same with The Day After Tomorrow, where I think they've done the best job of explaining what's happening around the world, more so than just diving deep into this one storyline.
It's nice to see what
I
happens
agree.
everywhere.
What about like Deep Impact or
Yeah, I love those movies. I like there's Deep Impact and Armageddon. I prefer Deep Impact.
I feel like
over
we've had this
Armageddon.
conversation.
Yeah, we have.
Did we have? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
we'll ignore that. Joey, hit us with another
Hold on,
one.
give me 1 sec.
I will give you another one.
Yes.
And it's weird because I hadn't thought about this one. And then today at work, I brought up we were talking about body parts because like somebody had we were talking about Deshaun Watson.
Ah.
He's got those lung
Oh, yeah,
problems
he had to take
and
the
everything.
bus.
And he's like, yeah, well, he's only got one lung. He's like, how many do you really need? I'm like, you know what that made me think of?
Are you gonna say Repo Man?
I am gonna say Repo Man.
Fuck yeah, dude! Repo Man's on my
That
list.
movie is so he's like he never
Fucking
heard of
right.
it.
Oh,
He'd
yeah.
never heard of it, and I'm like, it's actually really interesting concept.
Yeah.
And Jude Law's in it and everything.
Yep, Jude
and-
Law.
You ever saw it?
No, I've never seen it.
So it's a real cool concept. It's set like futuristic, and medical technology has advanced far enough that people can get artificial organs. Like if an organ fails, you know how many people are on transplant.
I've heard the premise of it. Yeah.
The problem
yeah,
is
yeah.
they're crazy expensive. And so if you can't afford to pay it, which nobody can, the repo men come and literally take your organ from you that you need to survive.
Then
So
you
you
just
die.
Then you just die.
So Jude Law is a repo man, but his heart gives out because he has some heart condition, and he wakes up and he's got a fake heart. But nobody can afford to make the payments on these. So the repo men come after him, and it's him fighting the entire time trying to stay alive.
That sounds
Fucking great.
awesome.
Yeah,
I have heard the premise of it, but I've never seen it. Sounds awesome.
I remember when they not like when it was coming out, and I was like, man, that movie looks really cool. I can't wait. And then the reviews came out, and people were like, this movie fucking sucks. And I didn't watch it forever because I'm like, well, it's terrible. Then I finally saw it. I'm like, nah, this movie's legit.
I loved it.
That movie was awesome.
The concept behind it was just great. And there were a few things that are bad, but every movie's like that in reality.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
it's definitely not a masterpiece, but I felt like it got shit on way too much for how original of an idea it was.
And I don't think people really like Jude Law either.
Yeah, I could see that. Jude Law is probably definitely not. I don't know.
I like him, but a lot of people don't.
Was he in Brokeback Mountain? Was he the
I've
other guy
never
in
seen
Brokeback
Brokeback
Mountain?
Mountain.
Neither do I.
Neither have you.
I'll
You
check it
haven't
out.
seen it either. Why would you ask?
Because like
Go ahead. Sorry.
because whoever was the opposite Jake Gyllenhaal in Brokeback Mountain, I remember won a bunch of
Heath
awards and
Ledger.
stuff. No, was
Yeah.
it Heath Ledger?
Yeah, it was Heath
Oh,
Ledger.
okay. Well, there you go. Then that was my answer. That's what I wanted. Never mind that. Not Jude Law.
I just
Law
know that-
is in Captain Marvel.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like
Didn't
a
know that.
British
He
dude.
is
I'm
in
pretty
Captain
sure.
Marvel. That's right.
He's just got brown hair, just like
Brown hair.
short black brown hair.
But I do like Repo Man. But I do wonder if, some of those people just are like that. Which reminds me of my next. I think people hate this guy. But John Carter. I really like John Carter.
The movie?
The movie.
No, I didn't enjoy it. I love that actor. I love John Taylor Kitsch.
Taylor Kish.
Yeah, I love Taylor. Well, because Friday Night Lights.
Yeah,
know,
but
yes.
even in other stuff he's in, I like that. But no,
Not John Carter?
No.
See, I really like John Carter, but I also love Taylor Kish. So it's like, I just like seeing him in big budget things. It makes me happy.
That movie bombed so hard.
He hasn't
It's like
been
one-
in another big budget.
It's like
movie.
one of Disney's biggest failures, I think, is John Carter. Me and my brother went and saw it in theaters. I like John Carter.
It didn't fail because of him, though. That's what
No,
they don't understand. I don't
No.
think.
no. He I remember I went to watch that movie with Elijah one night.
By the way, he was in Lone Survivor, so he's been in some big movies.
Yeah, but not like a main. I meant like as a main. Was he the main character in Lone Survivor?
He
I
was
thought it was Mark
the-
Wahlberg.
Yeah, but he was like character 1B to Mark Wahlberg.
Okay, well,
I like
either
his
way,
Gambit.
that movie whole movie was based around him. That's all I meant. But no, I went to watch that movie with Elijah, and I literally fell asleep halfway through. I remember it just being so boring. I was like, I don't even know what's going on. I don't care what's going on. This is just miserable.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, that works then.
Yeah.
This is like the first one that we've really had where
every other one we're like, yeah, good
Yeah,
movie,
great
good movie.
movie. Somebody
Dumbass,
always
that's
agrees.
the terrible
Yeah.
movie.
I like John Carter. Can't help it.
Zach, what's your last one?
My last one, and I think you guys will disagree with this one, but it's the Wolverine. His
Oh, the one where he goes to Japan.
no, what's the first one then? What's it called?
Wolverine Origins.
Wolverine Origins.
Ah.
Yeah, my bad. It's the Wolverine. I thought that was the Wolverine.
No, the Wolverine's when he goes to Japan.
No, that's a good one.
X-Men Origins Wolverine is
X-Men Origins Wolverine is
Yeah.
what I went. Yeah, because
See, that's why I don't watch those movies because you guys like them and you can't even keep them straight.
well, there's like 3 Wolverine movies, and because there's Logan.
There's
yeah.
Logan, the Wolverine, and then X-Men Origins Wolverine.
So have you?
We
did
can't
you
help
see
it to
it?
give them stupid titles.
What do you think of that movie? Before I talk
I'm
about
not a fan.
it? See, I
I like
love
Taylor
it.
Kish as
Yeah.
Gambit.
Taylor
fan of
Kitsch
that
is in that
section.
movie. Yeah,
I like the part where the guy from Black Eyed Peas is in it.
Well, I am.
Will
Will I am.
I am when
I'm
he
just guessing.
when he fights with Sabretooth, like that part.
Yeah, I like the
like the
actor
very
that
beginning.
plays Sabretooth as well.
Yeah, I like the guy that plays Saber, but there's just some real bad parts in that. Just
Well,
some
and the way they
real-
like Deadpool,
yeah,
how they handled Deadpool,
Weapon
is
X,
terrible.
all that stuff at the end's real bad.
You take Ryan Reynolds, a great actor, and with his mouth, like the best thing about him is his humor, and you literally tape his mouth shut. It's
that
not a
was-
good move,
That's not.
but I think it's a good origin story. I think it explains him well. I think
Yeah.
it gives you a little bit of a reason why he is the way he is.
That movie is an R rating away from being a good film, I think.
Yeah, that was like if they would have gotten on board with the Logan recipe,
Recipe.
making it R rated. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying, but I enjoyed it. I think the action's
fair.
pretty decent, honestly. I mean, it suffered from being like a mid 2000s movie.
It's
if you
not
go
the-
back and watch it,
It's not the
now,
worst X-Men movie, so
it is not. But it's a movie that my little brother and I've always enjoyed. I've always liked it. If I see it on TV, I'm watching it, and basically everybody else in the world hates it.
yeah,
So.
lots of people I think it's like the worst X-Men movie.
But I've always liked it. And to me, I didn't know really Wolverine's origin story before that movie. So it explained it to me. I thought it was good.
And
I did.
Taylor Kish.
And it worked in a ton of other superheroes other than just like Wolverine, which I
know.
like.
I thought we were gonna finally get a Gambit film. Sad day.
Nope.
Still can't get one.
Got another one, Joe?
So speaking of actors, I love my boy Carl Urban and good old
Yeah.
Dredd. Dredd's a movie that no one's ever really seen it.
That's a remake too, isn't it?
That's also a remake of Judge Dredd. No one's really seen it. No one really talks about it.
I've never seen it.
Fucking great movie.
I can't comment.
What's it
I've never
about?
seen it either.
He's essentially a superhero, but more like on the Batman sense. Well, actually more like on an Iron Man sense, where he like wears like stuff to make him stronger. But he's just kind of a fighter, justice fighter. But
Mhm.
Carl Urban's fucking great in it, and he's just a cool character.
Yeah.
But nobody ever talks about
He's
it.
a cool character in every movie he's
Yes, fucking love.
If
Carl
it was up
Urban.
He
to-
reminds me of me a lot. Just a real cool guy.
just a
Yeah.
real cool. dude.
Everything he does is just badass.
That's exactly how I would describe you. That's remarkably spot on, Skylar.
I've been called Carl Urban before.
Yeah,
It's
you've gotten
weird.
that a few times.
People look
I
at me,
can
they're
see
like,
that.
Is that Carl
Yeah.
Urban? Just walked by?
He looks a little smaller than I thought he would. I'm like,
Looking a
it's
little
not
skinny.
him. I know. Trust me. I get this all the time.
I'm used to it.
Like, you know how people always ask Tony Hawk if he's Tony Hawk?
Yeah.
It's me and Carl Urban. That's the same. Anyway, you were saying.
The same thing happens to me and Ryan Reynolds all the time.
I agree.
Yeah.
You're kind of more of an Andy Samberg to me.
I will happily take that. I love Andy Samberg.
But what were we saying? I forgot.
But yes, I really like Dread. I love Carl Urban. It's a movie that I thought should have got more love.
Another underrated movie Carl Urban is in is Doom. Did you
Is
see
that the
Doom?
one with The Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also has a first person section.
It does.
That's what I don't like about the movie.
It's not a good section.
no.
No. I actually don't think Doom's as bad as people give it. But that section, I think that section is why people say that movie's so bad.
It's another one that's a really cool premise to a movie, and then it kind of gets
gets weird.
a little weird in the middle.
The first person stuff. Every time I watch that movie, I'm like, man, why is this movie? Why do people hate
It's
this
so
movie?
gimmicky.
Yeah,
The
and then
first
it goes
person.
first person. I'm like, this is why people hate it. I remember.
But Carl Urban's in it,
he is,
and he's
Carl
bad
Urban.
at. That was the first movie I ever saw with Carl
Carl
Urban in it.
I love Carl Urban, and
Yeah.
I like The Rock. I do like Doom. That is a good one for.
It really is.
Movies that get shit on
I was
them, I
a
guess.
movie. It was on my. It would have been the next one I talked about if I brought up underrated movies. I've always liked that movie.
Skylar, do you have another one?
I do. And it's one I always bring up when people talk about movies that they don't talk about a lot. It is with my boy Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton, Warrior. I've talked about this before. I've talked about it before on here, I think.
I think you have.
It's a great movie,
think
and
you
I will
have.
talk about it anytime we talk about movies.
Any chance to talk about Warrior?
Yeah. What's the name? The drunk guy that. What's the oh shit? What's his name?
The
Anyway,
drunk guy. That's not enough.
well, he's a drunk in real life too. That's what's kind of
okay.
funny about it. Not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. Nick Nodal. Nick Nodal's in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Nick Nodal, the old guy.
Oh, the old guy, yeah.
Tom Hardy. Nick Nodal. Joel
Who's the main
Edgerton.
character.
Tom Hardy.
Well,
Tom
no,
Hardy.
the other one in Warrior.
Joel Edgerton.
That's
Yeah, Joel Edgerton. He was in oh, what the hell?
he's the kind of the good guy.
He was in that new
Bigger.
movie with J Law, Red Sparrow.
Oh, I
He
didn't
was-
see that.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
didn't
see
see
that?
it either, but he was in it. I know. I wanted to see it because he was in it.
No.
Great
Warrior
movie.
Warrior gets me pumped. Like if I watch that movie, I'm like my blood is pumping by the end of that movie.
Did you ever see it, Joe?
Never saw it.
Whoa, really?
Are you into like fighting movies?
Yeah, I do. It made me think of Never Back Down, so I figured I'd probably like it.
It's similar to that kind of, but it's on a bigger stage. Not like high school.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
much
have to
bigger
check
stage.
it out.
I got so pumped. I think we talked about this before, but I thought it was a true story. Like
oh
after
yeah,
it was over,
yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so pumped. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, why did more people not talk about this? And then it's like, oh, I'd like Google it. That's not based on a true story. Like shit.
Shit.
Hey Bert, shout out to you. Bert's watching.
Oh, nice. How's your fucking foot, Bert? I swear to God, Bert, if you don't play in the Turkey Bowl, we're not friends anymore.
We're not friends.
Yeah.
But so I need to watch Warrior. That's the
Yeah,
conclusion.
you
we've
need
come
to
I
to.
watch
have it on
Warrior.
DVD.
Okay.
I don't have many DVDs. I had to call in and have them order that in FYE. I don't know why I didn't do it online and just have it shipped to my house.
Well, different
But
times probably. when that
It
movie
was.
came
It
out.
was. And I wanted to watch it like then. And I went to FYE and they're like, never heard of it. I'm like, well, order it right now. And they're like, we'll send it to your house.
Because it'll change your
Yeah, you
fucking
should.
life.
It'll change your.
If you watch
fucking
it though,
life.
and you like Tom Hardy, even
I do like Tom Hardy.
you're gonna love it.
I'll have to check it out. I like fighting.
I
movies.
actually think it has like really good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. though.
85%.
That's good.
IMDb gives like an 8.9.
Oh, underrated
Yeah.
from a viewership. I respect that.
Just not a lot of people have watched it, I guess. But no, amazing movie.
I have a bunch. I didn't know how many you guys were bringing.
Good.
so
Give
I
us one
just brought
more.
a
Give us
bunch.
one more.
Oh my god, you only want one.
Or just rapid fire. Just
All right.
ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah,
do
rapid
that.
fire
Do
time.
that.
Yeah.
We'll give a yes or no.
Yeah.
Movie called Boone Rocku.
Never
Woody
heard of it.
Harrison, Josh Hartnett. Josh Hartnett, another big underrated actor that I love that doesn't
I
get
do like
You're not
Josh
rattling these off, right?
Listen, they deserve some time. The second live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Beware of the Ooze.
Didn't see it.
Never saw it.
Wait, the old one?
The old one.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Great movie. I
The
love it.
sequel, everybody fucking shits on.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
No, I love
Fucking
it.
good.
Beware of yeah. Oh, that was one of my favorite movies growing up.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when I was 6, it was awesome.
They're still
I mean, I haven't
fucking
seen
good.
it since then, but I liked it back then. So
I had John Carter who did that. Dredd did that. Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift.
Love it.
The best one of the series.
really,
Doesn't
Yeah.
get enough love. Easily
What's
the
that
best
guy's
one.
name? Luke Black.
Ooh.
Lucas Black.
Is it? Wow, if you pull that out, I'll give
It's
you
Lucas
that.
Black. He was in Legion. Underrated movie. That was on.
Legion, underrated.
That was
movie
on IMDb's list actually.
of underrated Legion. The creepy grandma.
Ooh, that made me think of an underrated movie. Can I
Go for it.
shut up? Mystery Men. Have you seen that?
Nope.
I don't know if Mystery Men would be considered an underrated movie.
Oh,
But
really?
Mystery Men is fucking awesome.
It's fantastic.
I know, but it's Ben Stiller, William H. Macy, Janae Garofalo, whatever the fuck
what his name is. I don't know. You
don't
just
know
don't.
about
Maybe
Mystery
just because it's old, you don't hear
Yeah,
about it a lot.
it's definitely.
But
But Mystery Men's fucking awesome.
great movie.
What else? Freddy vs. Jason. Good combo film there. Tom Cruise's The Mummy.
Never
than
saw
I
it.
never saw it.
Better than people gave it credit
It
to.
got
Did
got
you
tore
like-
apart.
Fuck yeah. Dude, that movie was supposed to spawn an entire universe of monster films, and they canceled all of
the
them.
entire universe.
The
In-
dark universe.
in your defense of your defending this movie, it got such bad reviews that it doesn't really have to be any good to be considered.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. I'm not saying it's a great movie, but compared to some of the like
I mean,
Mummy
it's
2,
not hard to go up from like 3%.
yeah, and it's a lot better than Mummy 3, which is terrible. So I figure
Mystery Men was an indie film, which is really I did not know that.
99. That makes sense. I mean,
Yeah,
they
and
wouldn't
it's got a
huge.
60% on Rotten
That's
Tomatoes. Yeah,
I love Mystery Men. Fantastic Four, all of them.
all of them.
All
I
of
like
them are good.
the well, I guess the originals. Would that be?
Yeah.
with like Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba. Yeah,
I like those. I didn't see the new one because everybody
I like the new
fucking
I
said
the
it's
new one a
so
whole lot.
bad.
It's another one though. 75% really good movie. Terrible 25%.
Mhm.
Why superhero movies feel like they have to force a villain at the end, I don't know, but it ruins them.
Mhm.
And Miles Teller's in that, and I really like Miles Teller.
I do like Miles Teller, and it has the guy from Creed.
Michael B.
Michael B. Jordan, Michael B. Johnson.
That's not
Jordan
an underrated
Jared.
movie because everybody likes
Creed?
it. But I should just bring that up. Yeah, it's really
Creed's
good.
like one of the best movies I've seen in lately.
and
I
Creed
fucking-
2 comes out
I
Thanksgiving.
know.
We're not really pumping through these, like you
Yeah.
said.
Rain of Fire.
Yes, it was also on IMDb's list.
Fucking
What's
love
Christian
Rain of
Bale,
Fire?
Christian Bale, Matthew McConaughey,
Matthew
Dragons,
McConaughey.
Dragons.
Dragons. That's the best thing you need to know.
Never
Dragons.
seen it.
Matthew
Really?
McConaughey, Christian Bale, Gerard Butler.
His name's Quinn though, and I don't like that.
Gerard Butler.
Oh yeah, Christian Bale's name's Quinn. That's right.
Gerard Butler's good.
I don't
Also in
remember.
it.
Oh, Gerard, but he doesn't play a very big
No.
role.
No. Well, I think this was before he was anybody. But Rain of Fire is good. Aragon, speaking of movies of dragons, also liked Aragon. Based on a book, everybody said the book was really a lot better. I don't read a lot. So I don't know. Found the movie enjoyable enough on its own.
I don't read ever. So
Not big on the reading. And for Skylar, The Phantom Menace.
You douche. That movie's overrated because there's actually people out there that like it.
That's because it's the best of the prequels.
it has Darth Maul.
That's the only thing it has going for it.
It has Darth Maul.
And then the rest of my list is musicals because you guys fucking hate musicals, but musicals are awesome.
Just musicals.
You
Well,
I
what it
bet
says.
you like that one where Hugh Jackman plays a gay.
Well, I listed a bunch of the musicals. I just
I
didn't say
thought,
them.
I thought it was just any musical.
Any musical underrated. No.
To you guys, any musical is underrated. No. Do you like the one where Hugh Jackman?
I haven't
plays
seen
a
The
gay?
Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
But I do like Les Miserables where he sings. So I figure you
He's a
count
gay
that.
in that one too.
Count that one. It's the weirdest
It's your thing. that
running
makes-
joke we have.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
Do you want to play a game?
I don't have a choice. You already made them.
You technically could just not play them. if
No,
you
I'm gonna
wanted
beat
to.
Zach. I enjoy that.
I don't.
I've
have
won my
one?
last. I've won my last 6 against Zach.
Hold on, I gotta
Have
take a
you
drink.
really?
I did a bunch of rapid fire there. I'm a master.
Oh yeah, you're such a pussy. My gosh.
You know, I'm over here, dry mouth throating it with no drink.
What?
Yeah.
I got weird, man.
I don't have any drink.
I
I'm
thought we
just
were having a
saying.
candy night.
Next week.
You said next week last week.
Oh, my bad. I meant the Halloween one. I thought next week was the Halloween one.
It's cool.
All right.
I have
Alright.
a lot of candy out there if you want some.
No, I'm cool.
No, I'm cool. I have
I'm on keto
a monkey.
Me too.
for 45 minutes while I'm here. Come on, Joe.
I have back of the box today. I got
Tro-
4 of them.
Trojan box.
Trojan
Four
box.
of them.
Got 4.
Magnums.
Are we doing 2 now or all 4 right now?
We'll do 2 now.
3 and then 1.
3. Yeah.
We're gonna do half and then 3.5.
Yeah. So that way, if Skylar doesn't win all 3, there's some suspense on if you can pull it out at the end.
Okay, we got to say our name, right?
Yeah.
Skylar
Not blank.
or Buzz.
Yeah, well, blank.
All right. Life is sweet for 35-year-old blank, blank, blank until he's forced to blank in with his overbearing blank, blank and her 2 roommates. Blankety blank, 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 blank. To save face with his much younger coworkers and sexy new boss, blank brags about the 3 hot babes living with him, but soon the cat's out of the bag.
Skylar. Grandma's boy.
Grandma's boy is correct.
Fuck, I love that movie. I was so I get it. All right. I was completely lost. I was thinking that one with like I don't know.
I was thinking of never mind.
Yeah, I don't even
The
know.
way we go with these, I might say a movie that Joey's gonna do, and I don't want to give you any ideas.
Okay.
I'll come back to it.
Grandma, that's great. I love that movie too.
Good movie.
Yeah. I'm real bad at these games.
I love Grandma's Boy. I was going to put it on my list of underrated movies, but then I decided to do it for the game. So I was like, fuck, I don't want to talk about it and then do it as a game.
One of the things that I do to make this game easier, Zach, I'm just giving you a hip. I just completely ignore the blanks. They don't help me at all. I mean,
True.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. They might just distract you more than anything.
exactly. That's exactly what they do. I picked up on that after the first time.
Now I'll just start skipping the word and just not say.
No, you have to say blank. Otherwise, it's going to sound like a jumbled mess.
All right. Your next one. Everybody ready?
I don't think I'm going to be able to ignore the blanks.
Blank, blank is back as blank, blank, blank. And blank, blank's loyalty to blank is tested as her past returns to haunt her. Blank must track down and destroy the threat, no matter how personal the cost. When blank's latest assignment goes gravely wrong and agents around the world are exposed, blank is attacked, forcing blank to relocate the agency. These events cause her authority and position to be challenged by blank, the blank of the blank, and blank committee. With blank now compromised from both inside and out, blank is left with one ally she can trust. Blank.
Skylar.
Dun, dun.
007. Shit.
I'm going to guess a 007 movie now. Better get it because I know all of them. I think I know
Skyfall.
one.
Skyfall is correct.
Good job. I
Good job, Skylar.
I kept wanting to say Spectre. I'm like, no, it's the one with Javier Bardem.
I would have only got that because you said it was 007 movie. The girl kept throwing me off. I'm thinking, what girl? I'm like, what girl protagonist?
Well, the description almost talks more about M than it does James
That's
Bond.
what threw me off.
That's why I picked it, because I'm like, this is gonna get a little weird because it talks about M way more than it talks about.
I was thinking
Bond.
about like male or female protagonists.
While we're on this, I'm going to go back. I want to say one underrated movie that I really like. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Bruce Willis, Looper.
Looper, one of the best like time traveling movies out there that actually like takes the time to explain how time travel works and also give an interesting like development.
Did you ever see it, Zach?
No,
You
I've seen parts of it.
I feel like Joseph Gordon-Levitt would be a dude you really like. I don't know why.
I put him in that like Josh Hartnett and Taylor Kish thing where I'm like, why aren't you in more movies?
I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt a lot.
Except for the movie
Started
where
with 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
Just kept going. That's another movie that's underrated.
No, it got to start way back with what, 16 Candles?
I've never seen that.
He's really young in that.
All
Never
right.
seen 16 Candles?
No.
Interesting.
Sorry. I just had to backtrack because I wanted to
Hey,
throw that one
sometimes you got to backtrack. So it's October. We've had spooky things every week.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. All right. So last weekend I went to Scary Harry's.
Cool. You couldn't go with me, but that's cool.
You literally invited me like the day you were going.
No, it was a day before.
That's not an invite. That's a, oh shit, I mentioned this. I can't look like an asshole. Do you guys want to go? Don't fucking lie to us. We all have done it. We've all been
Shit, now I have to invite him.
there. We've all been there. But I went last weekend and it started making me think about haunted houses.
What did you
'cause
think of Scary Harry?
I enjoyed Scary Harry's.
It was great.
I really enjoyed
Did
it.
they rub you off? Because they can touch you there.
They can only on certain night. I didn't go that night.
Oh, did you go on a night they could touch you?
No.
I think it's
I've
like,
heard it's real shitty in the nights they can touch you, though.
like
Because they just
they touch you.
molest you the whole time.
No, I don't know. A couple of my friends that I went with this time said they went last year on the night that they could touch you and they didn't like it.
I showed up naked and they wouldn't let me in.
Now,
Yeah.
So just for anyone listening, Scary Harry's is a haunted trail thing they do in what? Homer?
Yeah.
Right.
It's
yeah.
like
well,
5
I
minutes
just-
from
we've
here.
never said where you
In Homer
live.
City.
Didn't know if you just wanted to throw it out there.
Oh, I don't.
but
live
now
in
you've done
Homer
it.
City.
Zach lives in Homer City.
Yeah.
Cool. 1384 Main Street.
But yeah, so it's a little, but it's ranked like really high on haunted houses. It was like top 10 in the United States, I think, like a year ago or something.
Really?
That good.
Yeah, people fucking like rave about how
It's really good. Have you been to it?
No.
It's really good. I don't know. It was that high.
I've been to 3 in my life. I've been to the 2 big ones in Pittsburgh and this one.
like
and
100 acre.
Scare House.
I was at
Scare
Scare
House,
House,
that
and
was
like the
100
100-acre one.
acres.
Scare House sucked.
Scare House
Is
sucks.
Scare House the one you have to like put your arms on the person in front of you to walk through?
No, Scare House is the one that's in the big warehouse.
Which is the one that you have to put your arm?
I-
I went to one of them. Is that
I think
100
that's
acres?
100-acre. Yeah.
Yeah, suck. You're not. There's nothing to be scared of because you just put your arms on front of somebody and there's somebody behind.
Well, didn't we had to? The problem with the Scare House in Pittsburgh when we went was it was
Fucking hell.
so backed up,
Mm-hmm.
and they just the line was so long. They had to force people through, and everybody. I mean, unless literally the person like jumped in your face, you saw every scare coming.
Yeah.
because you're following a group in front of you,
Mhm.
and it was. I was really disappointed because it was fucking expensive.
Yeah, that was the shitty part. I've been to Scare House the second time where it was less busy and we could kind of go at a normal rate, and they still kind of struggled with it. Which Scary Harry's I loved. It seemed like they had a timer, and they wouldn't let you go until that timer went off. So like they had a dedicated
And
system.
there's points throughout the trail where they will stop you, and they usually have an actor like talk to you, like
Yeah.
in character, which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, it was kind of lame, but whatever. Like it helped pass.
It
the
helps
time,
keep people from
and you don't run up on the person
Yeah.
in front of you.
Once they let us into the thing, I never saw another person who wasn't an actor or in our group, which
Yeah.
I really liked. Because
Yeah.
like Scott said, that time I went to Scare House, like the group in front of us were going, every time they would walk into a room, the people would do the jump scare.
Mhm.
And then we would like be right behind them, and the actors would be resetting for the group behind us because we were all too close together.
Yeah.
So we essentially just paid a bunch of money to walk through and look at pretty environments.
yeah.
Have you ever been to any other ones, or just that?
I went
time
to Houston's Haunted Hollow a couple times in Rockwood, PA.
Okay.
It's not well known, but it's actually pretty good. It was definitely better than Scare House.
Wow. We had a shitty experience. That really sucked.
It probably helps because the first time I went, I was pretty young.
Mhm.
I want to say I was maybe 15. So I was a little more easily scared. But I remember we went with a big group of people. My parents and their friends and their kids all went. And we're standing in line. And this kid who's like 12 years old at the time is in line. And he's already scared to death. Nothing's happened. And he's scared to death.
He's
in
already
line
freaking out.
waiting. And they have this zip line. And on this zip line, they have a big skeleton. And when it goes down, like it blows smoke out the back end and everything. It's really cool. But nobody knows it's there. And they'll just send it down randomly throughout the night while you're waiting in line to go in. And we're standing there, and this thing swoops down, and it almost hits this kid on the head. They get it real low. It almost hits him, and it right in his face, and the smoke blows out. He screamed, ran back to the car, and stayed in the car for like 2 hours while we waited in line. And he never went. He just stayed in the
didn't
car. But my brother won't go to haunted houses because of that one, because they literally tortured him because he was only like 10. And
they just
they just harassed,
Relentless,
like
huh?
he was bawling, and they wouldn't let him go. Like they had these clowns with knives, and they just kept circling around him, and he was bawling.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's one of the ones where you have a house that you walk through.
Mhm.
House is pretty good, and then you get on a hay ride,
Mm.
and then you get off the hay ride, and you walk through a cornfield that they have like a maze set up in, and some
That's
guy.
pretty cool.
It was
That sounds
good.
pretty cool. Actually.
You definitely get a lot for your money.
Yeah. Where's it? Rockwood.
Rockwood, PA, like by Somerset.
Somerset. Okay. That's always nice when you feel like you get your money's worth.
Yeah, I mean they definitely don't shortchange you.
Now, Scary Harry's the line. It took a while. Did you wait in line for a long time?
No, we got there. Well, when we decided to go, it started like thundering and raining right as they were getting close to opening. So we weren't sure if we were even going to go. And then we
Mhm.
decided to go, but we think the rain scared a lot of people away. And we were like, we probably waited maybe 10 minutes.
Oh,
10,
I waited
15
like an
minutes.
hour.
Yeah.
Probably about an hour when I went. And but the whole trail takes probably what, a half hour to 45 minutes.
That's what I'd say.
Like,
Probably
it
close
takes
to
a
40
while.
minutes. Yeah. And it was only $15.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the value.
Yeah.
I think Scare House we paid like 30 or something.
It was like $30.
$30 or something.
Yeah, I remember 100 Acres was like 30 or 35 bucks.
Yeah.
And I was like, they literally funnel you through like with your hands on something. I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, I'm not scared at all.
Yeah.
Scary Harry's, though, I will say, as I've gotten older, I'm just not like scared by like haunted houses, which makes
Well, yeah,
sense.
you're getting older.
But like,
you
you
know
what I
it's
mean?
not real.
I get, yeah, but I used to be like terrified of them. But now I'm just like jump scare. But you're paying for the jump scares because those still like,
Yeah, because just anyone jumping out all of a sudden can spook you. I mean, they're the
Mhm.
easy scare.
yeah, I went with Eddie Marshall and Mike Hildebrand. And the three of us, because there was a group of 6 of us, and you can only go, the max is like 5. So they had to break us up or something. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, the 3 of us were in a group with 3 other people. And there's one part in there where there's no lights. And it's like completely black and it's like a maze, but there's also things hanging down. So you're like running into shit. Somehow we got through that. Eddie and I ran into each other and he held me, hugged me the whole way through. And Mike said, I didn't know this, but Mike was on his back. So if they had like a night vision camera, they would have saw Eddie and Mike literally hugging, walking through. And Eddie was using, and then I somehow got out and I just heard, but I like the way it was set up was there's like a room with a little bit of maze. And then you had to go along the one wall, go out. But so I was right on the other side of the wall, but we didn't know we were on opposite sides of a wall. And I'm screaming like, Eddie, Mike, come here. And they just kept running into the wall. And Eddie said he was taking Mike and just like picking him up and just smashing him into shit. Like it was a blast though. I mean, it was 3 like dudes and we still had a good time.
Oh, for $15 that you can't beat that.
Yeah. So it was like, it was great.
Yeah,
I kind of want to go
Scary.
back on the lights out night.
Nobody ever went to Fright Night?
I've been to Fright Night.
Yeah, I've been to Fright
How's
Night.
Fright
too.
Night?
Fright Night's weird.
It's weird.
So Fright Night's pretty cool. I actually think Kennywood does a really good job with what they put on.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is the park is only open from like 9 to 1,
Mm-hmm.
which if you've ever been to an amusement park on like the busiest day ever, that's not enough hours to do enough things.
So you've got to like pick and
Yeah.
choose, but you can't really see everything. Like there's no way you're going to see
you-
everything.
You can't see everything. Like the one year I went literally super early so I could wait in line and be like first in line. We were like 5th or 6th in line. And I still think I only got to ride like 3 things because the
Yeah.
lines just get insane. But they do put on a good show and like the costumes are really well
And there's
done.
some cool like just parts of the park, they'll have like a clown area or they'll
Yeah.
have like a zombie area and stuff. They have actors in there the whole time, just like walking around. It really is.
It is
cool.
good. I remember the one we were walking through and there was like a trash can, but it was a fake trash can and there was like an actor in it.
Mhm.
And there was like some lady walking behind me and like this actor jumped out. She fucking fell down. She's
Yeah.
like on her butt, like, and I'm like, that sucks. Keep
Well,
walking.
The when I went, they had out over by the exterminator on that part of the park. There was a guy that had like metal knee pads on, and he would run and slide, and sparks would literally fly up under him. But I didn't see him coming. I just thought it was like a normal dude. And like, cause I just saw him out of the corner of my eye, and then I just see him sprinting at me and then sliding and sparks everywhere. I like fell. I literally was like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's cool. But like Joey said, you just don't have enough time.
It's
Every time I've done, me, Richard, and Kevin went 3 or 4 years in a row, and every time you feel like you run out of time, you don't get to see.
which I don't
much.
understand because like I get you don't want to open till nighttime, but why not just stay open later?
Or
You know,
something.
none of your guests are getting. I mean, they make the money, so they don't really care. But your guests aren't getting a good enough time period. But
That's why we stopped going though too, because you just don't get to
You
see
don't.
everything.
No, I went
It doesn't
twice,
feel,
that's-
and it's like $30 or $40. You don't. It doesn't feel like you
No.
get your money's worth.
no,
at all.
not compared to just going to Kennywood on a normal day.
Yeah.
But the other reason I want to bring this up was because there's a show on Netflix called Dark Tourist. It's kind of like a documentary. This guy goes around the world and like looks at all the crazy things. Well, in the last episode of that season, he goes to McCrae's Manor, which is rated the scariest like haunted house in the world. And so I watched that episode to prepare for this because I was curious. And like that thing is fucking nuts. So first you start by signing like a waiver for like
It's one of those ones.
it's like a 3-hour waiver that you have to sign because they go over everything in detail. You have to pick a safe sentence. That means you are done. You agree that
Give me anything you want.
well, yeah, it can. The one guy's was Well, I guess the guy
Stick it in my ass.
the guy tries to make it for you, so you feel like an idiot when you have to do it. The one person's was like, I'm a huge baby and I can't handle being scared. So like he tries to like fuck with like the guy who runs it's like ex-military, so he did like interrogation stuff, like probably real shady shit. So he knows how to fuck with you. You have to agree to not have anything on you that can't get wet. You agree that you will not sue them when you bleed or get physically harmed.
Cool.
Yeah. So they start
Just a bunch of guys just beat that way.
essentially.
I wouldn't
Are
do
you
it.
scared?
So essentially, like they follow, like the guy who runs the show decides to do it, and they start. Like I said, you sign this waiver for like 4 hours, which I think is part of it to kind of like get you freaked out. Then they put him in a straight jacket, and then put headphones on that just plays like really monotone voices, like being like, "You can't handle this. Like you're scared of this. You're never gonna make it." And then like they were dunking him in water and being like, "You got to hold your breath for 30 seconds." And then they push him under, and he'd come up, and they're like, "That's 26 seconds. Go back under." And they did that like 3 times. And the guy's like, "I'm fucking out. Like I can't do this." So he quit. And then they showed another one where like they fucking duct tape these 2 people together.
What kind of person can't hold their breath for 30 seconds? I just want to throw that out there. Like, come on, man.
I think if you're aggressively pushed under the thing and you've just been fucked with for like 30 minutes, it might not be the super easiest thing in the world to do.
I'm just passing out in there. Fuck it. I don't know.
I died.
Yeah.
But like,
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
but he's like kind of secretive about some of the stuff they do. So like they didn't get to show a lot. But like the one guy they showed when he came out, he had like fucking welts all down his back. He was he had blood
That
coming
really
down.
sound
his
like a
back.
haunted house to me.
Sounds like a sexual fantasy
Yeah.
kind
Sexual-
of thing.
Seriously, like it
Yeah.
doesn't
Like Conway would really like that place.
It's not like, I don't know, because it's definitely not like a haunted house. Like they have like actors who like be scary. It's more about like breaking
Fear,
you,
yeah.
breaking you mentally to put you in that like legitimately scared phase more than like a boo kind of thing.
I mean, that'd be cool, but like, what if you get like actually fucking
One dude
hurt?
had a heart attack during it. Like that, like, because he kind of talks about some of the legal issues they ran into. Like, and like one dude had a
a
heart
couple people
attack.
died. You know,
One lady freaked out so much about what was happening that she took off running and ran onto the street and almost got hit by a car. And like they had to deal with that. He has to like call the cops before they put on a show, like, and tell them like, "Hey, we're doing a show tonight, so don't fucking call."
Jesus.
The waiting list is like 24,000 or something that people have signed up to do it because they only do like 2 people a night because like it's so focused on you.
How much does it cost if you're doing 2 people a night? You got to spend
It
some fucking
cost-
coin.
Either a bag of dog food or 2 cans of dog food. That's all it costs. You can donate if you want, but the only thing he asked to when you show up is that you bring dog food, which then they donate to like the local shelter or something.
So does he just have a lot of money? Because this has to cost money.
He's ex-CIA. I wonder how much money he probably has.
You don't make.
he's
that much
actually
money.
still for the CIA. He just can't say that.
Yeah.
But like the guy who they interviewed who was doing it, he was bringing a bag of dog food, but then he also said like, "But I'm gonna donate money." So I imagine some of these thrill seekers probably give him a pretty big paycheck.
They do 2 people a night.
They try.
So you have to
they do,
pay
like,
all
2.
these actors. You have like this.
It's not like that size. It's very much more like focused. Like they had a few actors, but it looks like it's like a 3 to 4 person job. It's
Okay.
mainly the guy and his wife just kind of like
Fucking with somebody.
fucking with
Beat
you.
the hell out of you with a whip.
Essentially. Like
And people sign up for this.
people are fucking.
That sounds
nuts.
dumb.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds terrible. That sounds so stupid.
It's thrill seekers, man. That's what they want.
So Eddie was telling me there's at the 100 acres or the scare house, I can't remember, but you can pay to go into the basement and it's like the same thing. You have to sign a waiver and it's like a lot more money and they like can touch you and that you can't sue them if you get hurt and stuff. And he was like, they're like talking this big game, like we're gonna fucking waterboard you, we're gonna do all this shit. And he's like, they just took like some water and dripped it on my face. he's like, I've never been waterboarded. Like I want to try this out
I
because
wanna
Eddie's a
try
fucking
this.
crazy person. And he's like, no, they literally just took like a bottle of water and I think like dropped it on my
It's like a
face.
spray bottle.
maybe
like a
Eddie.
cat.
Maybe Eddie should sign up for this shit. Maybe he'd like it.
Yeah, Jesus. I have no interest in that though.
The idea of being broken mentally does not sound fun to me.
No.
I will break you.
I would have I just feel like me like so at Scary Harry's the only way I can describe it is do you remember the Fallout building? It was like the first building you went into and they had like the Fallout kind of music playing.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I'm talking
yeah.
about? There was like this little lady that welcomes you in when you get there and then like, she does a jump scare like as you're working your way through it and it fucking got me. Like there's not like she got me and she's like this like she came up to like here on me. And it was right around the corner. and I almost swung. So like I jumped, and Mike Hildebrand saw me, and he's like, "You almost decked that girl." And I was like, "Yeah, that's like my fight or flight is to like fight." So I see her, and like the way she was on my left, and I like went like this, and then like jump, like had to like dive, so I didn't like just pop this.
I
bitch.
guarantee they get hit.
I would have felt. I mean, this was a little old lady. Like I punch her.
Shouldn't have been standing there.
Though I think because you technically sign a waiver for Scary Harry's, it's not like intense. They don't make you read it. But
Yeah.
well, that is one of the rules.
Yeah,
Like,
if you can't touch them.
if you touch them or get rowdy, like you're fucking out. Like
Yeah.
they're done. They're not gonna do
But
that.
that, and I felt so bad. It was just like that was my and she was
Oh, yeah.
right next
I'm
to
just
me.
picturing you decking an old lady, and I love it.
Like,
Decking an old lady.
eat it, bitch.
You
Like,
come on the podcast, you're just like, well, I got kicked out of Scary Harry's, guys.
so that would be my fear. Is like I just break and then I just start trying to fight. I mean, they might beat the shit out of me if they're ex-military, but I'm gonna start trying to
Well,
fight.
I think that's why the two they showed, there was somebody in a straitjacket and somebody duct taped, because it's like they want to put your hands in a place you can't fucking fight.
I could do that.
Their pants.
They're
You can't fight
It's actually
now.
their sexual desires. They
Well,
just figured out a way to get
in the
paid
corner
for
just
it.
beating off.
at the
Like,
end,
what the fuck is that?
at the end of the episode, he's like, well, I just don't want people to think I'm a psychopath. And Erica looks at me and goes, he's a psychopath. We'll just sign Zach up for it and see if he can.
Let the games begin.
I still have the grinds my gear.
Yeah, we haven't done that segment in a while.
Joey's are so much better.
Speaking of that segment, Skylar, what's grinding your game?
Nah. Joey, I want to win these last two.
Do you? Zach's gonna get
I'm
one.
on an 8-game
Deal.
winning streak.
Can you like turn off his headphones or something?
Done.
I'll just talk super quiet.
Totally can't hear him.
All right, good.
No, you can't. We can't hear you. He can't. He can't answer. No one can hear him talking
Zach,
right
the
now.
movie's John
Yeah.
Carter. Oh,
No.
they can't.
Turn it on.
Oh, so you could just pretend like he didn't get it. He'd just start fucking screaming.
I'd yell.
He's pushing me. I know it. To make sure that the freaking thing's picked up, he just start yelling. All right, I gotta get. These are all from my own collection, so my photos are a little weird.
What?
All these back of the box from my own collection. So like this.
Oh, I thought you meant like the photos you have right now are weird. Like you're looking at your dick pics or something.
Oh no, that's for later.
It's
all
for
right.
the after show.
Nice. I love the.
Is
after show.
everybody ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
The blank is now complete. Torn between loyalty to his blankety blank and the blank powers of the blank. Blank ultimately turns his back on the blank, thus completing his journey to the blank and his transformation into blank. Experience the breathtaking scope of
Skylar. Star Wars Episode 3.
Star Wars Episode 3 is correct.
What the fuck? I was thinking Doctor Strange. Like that's where my head was.
Fair enough.
I love these ones. We should do these all the time.
We should just. It's gonna be a miracle if I ever get one.
Now you guys know I always put that last one when I do back in the box. I always try to make it a little harder. So we'll see.
Cool, because I haven't gotten a single one.
You can't win anyway, so it doesn't matter. Skylar's good at the back of the box. That's what we learned.
Fuck.
All right. From the acclaimed director of comes the astounding film that captured the hearts of fans and critics all across the world. Inspired by Blank's beloved children's book, and director Henry Selick combine a fascinating mix of live action, stop motion animation, and computer generated special effects to create a world beyond your imagination. After the darling rescue of a spider, a young boy named gains possession of some magic crocodile tongues. When spills them in the garden, out spouts an enormous blank. Climbing inside, he meets an astounding cast of characters. And
Skylar.
Zach.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk is incorrect.
Oh.
You can continue now.
Is that what you were gonna say?
Yup.
Climbing inside, he meets an astounding cast of characters and embarks on a magic odyssey full of thrills and adventure. Voiced by an all-star cast including legendary actors Richard Dreyfuss, Susan Sarandon, and Jane Leaves, and featuring celebrated music of Randy Newman. This classic story is a delicious entertainment for the whole family. That is it. That is the end. That's all she wrote.
What Zach said?
Zach said Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Giant Beanstalk.
False.
Maybe there's like a different name for
That's
it.
what I was thinking.
You guys are so very close. The J's right, but the plant's wrong.
Jack and the
It's not a
crocodile.
beanstalk.
Corn
It's
stalk.
a peach.
Jack and the peach.
Jack's wrong. J part's right, but the fruit is a peach.
Jonah and the peach.
Jonah and the
John
You're
and the
just
Giant
fucking
Peach.
James and the giant.
James and the Giant Peach.
Never,
James
never
and the
even
giant
heard of it.
peach.
Justin, did you know it? Justin asked if he can guess.
Well, we ruined it for him if he did.
I know, but did he know it? He'd know.
He probably did. It's Tim. Most of your blanks come from Tim Burton, Peach. I'm
You
surprised.
could have said all those, and I still would have been like Jack and the Giant Beanstalk.
James and the Giant Peach was a pretty popular kids movie when we were growing up. I'm surprised neither of you had ever seen it. But I guess you two, I'm not overly shocked.
What do you mean, you two?
What do
All right,
you mean
back
by
of the week.
those two of us?
Joey loves that movie.
This is backup of the week.
Backup of the week, courtesy of Zach Allen Clark. That was your middle name.
Nice.
Spells your name. I remember that.
We should all get nicknames.
Yours can be Zach.
Joey's is obviously Jewy.
Yeah.
What's your nickname?
Sky.
Sky.
Crazy shit.
Come on, Sky.
Zach, Jewy, and Sky.
Nice.
There we go. Hashtag backenders. So, with all the political unrest going on in our country,
Like bombs?
oh, Caitlin said she knew it too, but she didn't know how to comment. She doesn't know how to work YouTube,
Fair enough.
apparently.
Come on, Kate. Who's Kate?
Caitlin, Bert's
Caitlin.
wife.
Oh, hey, tell your husband that he better play in the fucking turkey bowl.
She doesn't know how to comment, so she won't.
Well, just tell him.
So, with all this political unrest, let's talk about this newly elected mayor in Massachusetts.
I bet you he's doing great
Of course he is, because
for himself.
he's a 23-year-old who just got elected as the mayor of a very popular town. His
It's
name
a
is
big town.
What
Oh,
could
yeah.
go wrong?
his name is Mayor Yasiel Correa. He doesn't sound like he's from
Yasiel Correa?
Massachusetts to me.
That doesn't sound very Boston.
So, you're 23 years old, you get elected, 3 years go by, you're 26. What's the number one thing that always pains 23 or 26-year-olds?
Well, I
Zach,
can tell you firsthand, that's student loans.
student loans suck.
Expensive.
They're
They
very
do.
expensive. So, if you're a mayor, what do you usually get?
Money.
A lot of money. You can influence some people. So he influenced people to give him $250,000 from investors to fund his lavish lifestyle and pay off his student loans.
Well,
Respect.
it was a genius plan. It wasn't the money. It was for an app.
he
was gonna
created
develop.
an app called Snow Owl.
Yes, I don't know what the app was for, what it was supposed to do, but I don't
Harry
think
Potter
he
fun
didn't-
facts.
He didn't deliver on the app. I can tell you that.
I don't. Nobody probably knows what it's. It connected businesses with target customers.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Snow Owl has to do with that, but somebody's.
like the owl from Harry Potter would bring your mail. He was using owls to target.
What
Sure.
that actually might be it. I'll look it up.
Sure. Yeah. But I feel like these people really fucked up whenever they elected a 23-year-old
Bold move.
to be a mayor.
Well, all I have to ask is, did they not learn from Parks and Rec? Did you guys watch Parks and Rec? Either one of you?
Joey did.
I fucking love Parks and Rec.
Isn't that the exact same
Young
thing that
mayors,
happened to the guy from Step Brothers?
Yeah.
What? You talk about it, because you know it a little bit better than me.
He essentially raises a bunch of money for a park thing. And
yeah,
then
for
uses
it
it.
was for an ice skating
Yeah,
rink.
for an ice skating ring.
It uses it for an ice skating rink, and it flops big. He puts the whole town into
Yep.
debt.
Whole town in debt. No one goes ice skating.
Yeah. So it was like, when I read this, I was like, this.
But he did at
sounds-
least make an ice skating ring.
Yeah, this guy.
I don't think this guy made an app.
Apparently, this guy bought himself like a Mercedes.
Oh yeah, he bought his ex-girlfriend, a bunch of jewelry and designer clothing.
Yeah.
He probably started there. He's 23 years old. He probably fucking drove like a 04 Dodge Neon.
Corolla.
like all of a sudden one day he just starts wearing designer clothing. His girlfriend's rocking like Louis Vuitton and shit. and
Rolexes.
He's
and shit.
driving a fucking Mercedes. And
Everyone's
like,
like, you don't make that much money by being a fucking mayor.
like
Wonder-
something's going on here.
wonder how he got that.
Do you think he'll go to jail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
People
prob-
don't like it when you steal their money.
No.
And that's a really large number.
It's just so funny. I'm sorry. When I was reading that, I was like, this sounds like something made up for a
He's
like
like-
a TV show.
You know, like when somebody robs a bank and they get away with it, and we're always like, well, why'd they have to rob the second bank? That's literally what this fucking guy must have done.
Yeah.
He like got some money. He's like, I could get so much more.
Yep. And he
Don't
just
get greedy, kids.
that's why you don't but also the whole town could be the backup of the week because they elected a 23-year-old to be the mayor.
What could go wrong?
You know, it's like one of those things. It's like a funny social experiment. We'll see what happens. Nothing fucking good happens. I know if I had 250K when I was 23, it would be so hard to not just start paying off my student
See,
loans.
the thing is, though, it's not really the town's fault. It's the dumbass business people that bought into it with them.
True.
Like, imagine a kid goes on to Shark Tank
Yeah,
and
but
gets like $1 million from Cuban. And they just like, fuck this. I'm not doing it with my business.
think though that
Cuban would literally probably have someone kill him.
you get to walk into the investor though and be like, I'm a fucking 23-year-old mayor. I got this. And they're probably like, all right. Yeah. All right.
He's very responsible.
That young as a mayor? Yeah, we should give him
He's a
money.
mayor and he's 23. Yeah, let's give him more money.
Just take it.
Fuck it.
Now, I thought it was a good backup of the week, though.
No, I
It's
like
pretty
it.
funny.
Somebody should mail him a bomb.
Ooh. And on that
All right.
note,
I don't know.
If you had to pick one to get a bomb,
I
might
mean,
as well-
of the ones that go, yeah, you're right. He would be a more worthy candidate. Though, it's just not the best place to talk about bombs. That's all.
Hoodie Soups called us babes. Is that John Quinn?
No, that is my buddy Manny.
I saw he follows on Twitter, so shout out to that guy.
He did. He's the one who's making a YouTube video that wearing our shirt, but he's taking a very long time.
That's okay. Hey, take as long as you want.
It's not like we have a great schedule sometimes.
While we're on it, shout out to John Quinn.
Oh yeah,
Oh, John Quinn.
He emailed us last week.
he did. Got to give a shout out to Quinn. I didn't even realize Quinn still listened. I knew he made our music for us and listened to the first couple episodes. I don't really talk to him that much, so it was nice getting an email. See, we still got a beloved listener.
We
I
love
didn't
the
know- I
emails.
didn't know we got an email.
We did.
I'm a great,
From our
I'm a
music
great
producer.
producer. From what he say?
Well, because we asked for advice on if they liked our long topic. He said he loved the long topic and that he might whip up some new music for us.
Really?
Yeah. So shout out to John Quinn.
That's awesome. Oh, the YouTube dude said his YouTube video is done. by
Wow.
the way.
Woo!
Fuck yeah.
Also, got some exciting news on our listeners front. Last week's episode has outgained the previous 3 episodes already.
Oh, dude, we're back on
Really?
top.
186 downloads.
I don't understand how podcasts work.
People like to get frisky.
That's exactly what it is.
Think,
Yeah.
did we get more downloads from Buffalo? Because Jordan Matthews told us the
Buffalo.
only thing to do in Buffalo is get frisky.
That's true. No, actually, New York didn't give us any downloads.
Damn it.
But Ohio came back to the well for a couple downloads
Fuck
since
yeah,
they
Ohio.
left us dry for a little bit. And
Go
I would
Browns,
like
am
to
I right?
announce we have officially made it to our 9th country, Española.
Hey!
Fuck yeah.
2 downloads from Spain.
There you go.
I think that's how you say Spain. And you took Spanish. Is that how you say it?
We should
Didn't pay a lot of attention.
S'il vous plaît.
You went to? Didn't you like
You
go to the
fucking
country?
We went to
went
England.
there.
Not
Why
Spain.
did you go there? Why did you
Close.
go to England for
Okay,
Spanish
so quick
class?
side note here. We were supposed to go to Mexico.
Drug dealers.
But that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
But as we were in the planning process to go to Mexico, there was some school trip there from another state, had a whole bus go missing.
Did they ever find him?
I don't know. They canceled the Mexico trip and no one ever talked about it again. They're like,
Don't
we're
understand
going to
what was wrong
England.
with Spain.
Why don't you just go Spain?
So when the Mexico thing got canceled, everyone in our Spanish class got to take a vote on where they wanted to go.
Why?
Because our Mexico trip got canceled, so they figured let us have the input.
Okay.
I
So it was
voted-
just a trip to Europe was what
It was like England, Spain, and then there was another one. I voted for Spain, but Spain didn't win because if we were going to Spain, it was going to cost like an extra like $600 or something.
Okay, understandable.
How
Yeah.
much did it cost?
Fuck if I remember, man. I got in a car accident. They wrote me a check for like 10 grand. I used that money to go, so I couldn't even really tell you.
It was at least 10 grand.
Didn't use the entire check, but
Fuck.
so when they're like it's $600 more, I'm like, I got free money. I'll fucking go to Spain.
We're going back.
No,
We're going. Oh,
I was wondering why I didn't go on that trip. Now I fucking know. Also, I was
Joey
in
actually
Spanish
rear-ended somebody on purpose.
Yeah.
Fun fact: once we decided to go to England, they opened it to everybody in the school.
So we could have gone. Is
I
what
don't remember
That's what I'm
this.
telling.
What year was this?
Senior year,
No.
junior year.
Yes.
Okay, that year.
Oh no, it was senior year.
Told you.
It was definitely senior year. But that's a weird tangent we went there at the end. But fuck yeah to Spain.
Spain.
Fuck
rock
yeah,
on.
yeah,
Utah.
Spain.
Utah coming in at number 2 again. Way to go, Mormons.
Let's fucking go. I love
Mormons.
what's the
Utah.
type- no,
The Utes.
all the religious people out there that
Mormons.
have
Mormons.
more than one wife.
That's why I said Mormons.
Oh
Mormons.
yeah, no, but it's like polygamy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, love it.
But
Love
the
it.
religion
Love it.
is Mormon.
Okay, but I was trying to think of the word for
Fuck yeah, Utah.
polygamy. Yeah,
Gotcha. Go Utah. We love you, Utes.
go ahead.
We can end it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's all right. Hey, everybody, it's
Plug
been
it.
the Career Backups. You know the drill. If you want to get a hold of us, email us at careerbackups@gmail.com, just like John did. Maybe we'll get a shout out. Let us know how you liked the long topics. We did it again. We were another like 40-minute topic. Follow us on Twitter at Career Backups. We have a fan who wore our shirt and ate some ghost peppers, so we're gonna post that for him so he can get some likes on his page. That's about all we really got. If you are on any podcast app and you've never reviewed us, please do that. It doesn't really help us, but it helps us in our heart.
I don't care if you have to take someone's phone and subscribe them to our podcast. Do it.
Listen, once you hit
Fucking do it.
when you hit subscribe on an iPhone, it'll download like the next 3 episodes we post. But then if they don't listen to them, it quits downloading. So they won't even fucking know you do it, but we'd gain a subscriber. So just steal people's phones, put our phone. Go to the bar, find some drunk people, just steal their phones, put Career Backups.
Hey, you want my number, baby? And then just like
subscribe to
I'm
Career
gonna start
Backups.
doing that.
You go to a lot of bars and take people's phones.
I'm gonna start.
We should just make business cards and then just start going places and just hand them.
No, that's a terrible idea. People throw business cards away. I'm stealing phones to put my
I,
number in.
hey, I wore my career backup shirt around Harrisburg last week.
I wear that thing everywhere. Sue gets mad because I don't take it off.
I was gonna wear mine in Scary Harry's and see if I could get some actors to listen, but it was cold, so I apologize.
Pussy.
Pussy, you got to
It's in my blood.
sacrifice for the podcast.
All right, fellas, this has been the Career Backups. We will see you next week. Peace out.
Later.
See you.